Hey friends, welcome back to our next video in our Advent Calendar series. My name's Emma LaFave, and today for day 21, we're gonna be painting a nutcracker. Please, if you liked this video, make sure to hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss a single video this month. So let's jump in and get started. Okay, so today we are going to be painting a nutcracker. I'm going to make this simple because it is a small card illustration. So we're just going to go through shapes. And I just found a generic kind of nutcracker. Reminds me of this one, especially reminds me of one of the ones I had growing up. So we're just going to work on shapes and proportions. So I'm actually going to draw a line from the top of the nutcracker to the bottom. And this way we can kind of figure out how big and how small each part is. Okay, so the base of the nutcracker is going to be down here. About halfway is going to be the belt. So pick halfway. That's going to be the belt of the nutcracker. All right, we can kind of figure out proportions this way. Then about halfway to that is like the head. So if you want to just do like a circular head like that, to give you an idea of where it is, you can. And then from here is where we're going to start making the shapes. So on the top of the head is that hat. So it's just kind of like a rounded shape. Okay, and then the face is more, not necessarily a circle. It kind of comes in and then it's like straight across here. Like so. And the hat is like straight across as well. Like that. And then from the head to the top of the belt is the chest, and it's a little bit bigger at the top and it kind of comes in like so. And then straight across, and you're just going to create that little middle belt part. And then you have kind of the same shape, just not as large as the chest. Just everything's very rounded. You're going to come straight across like so. And then you have the legs. So I'm just going to go straight down 2 legs like this. 1, 2, like that. And then halfway for the legs, we're going to kind of do this circular shape. And then these are the boots down here. And you can just kind of do another rounded rectangle shape like that. And then the arms, you're going to come just slightly down below the chest. Do a little line like that. And it's just slightly curved in, so it's a little bit thinner towards the base of the arm. You can do a little cuff here, cuff on this side, and then like a circle for the hand, and there's like a little cuff at the top here, like so. And then if you want to do the fluffy hair, like so. The one I have is kind of holding a rifle. I don't want to do that. You can have it doing whatever you like, but I don't want to do that. And that's kind of the outline of our nutcracker. So then we can do the face, but I actually I just want to erase some of these lines first, just so it looks a little bit cleaner. And then the face, I can use maybe paint or even a pen of some sort if you want, just because it's so small and intricate. I don't want it to be too messy with my pencil and then going over with watercolor. I'm going to leave it and we're going to do the detail on that part after. So there are patterns on the soldier's outfit or the nutcracker's outfit. Oh, here they have that beard. You might want to outline, like do 2 little rectangles. Excuse me. For the teeth there, it has that beard. You can just kind of mark out. You could do circles. All this you can do after if you want to add the detail, or if you want to mark it out, it's totally up to you. But I think I'm going to leave it there and we can just start painting. Okay, so now I kind of have my outline. I want to just take my kneaded eraser and I'm just going to go roll over top of it so you don't see too much of that outline underneath the watercolor. Now I'm going to create the skin color for the face, and the hands. And I'm just going to use, you can use whatever color you want for your skin color. I'm going to use a light wash of burnt umber. I'm going to mix in a little bit of yellow ochre and a tiny bit of red to make this peachy kind of color and just make it really, really light. Okay, and I'm just going to go over the whole face here, up to the hat, missing those triangle bits for the teeth. And I'm doing this all with my size 2 brush just to make it nice and detailed. Okay, and I might even lighten it up by washing off my brush, drying it a little, and just kind of lifting some of that color. There we go. I'm going to take a little bit more, do the hands. Okay, so because we're doing something so detailed, you don't want to paint another section that's close to the section you just did because you want to give them drying time. I'm going to try and lift this up a bit more. So pick a section that you're not actually going to do. And instead of just kind of coloring it in like a coloring book, we always want to make it look a little bit more 3D. So think about shading. So everything is very rounded and circular with it. So the parts that are closest to us are going to be a little bit lighter in color. And then as the circular shape kind of goes away, there's going to be shading on the outer side. So I'm going to show you what I mean. I'm going to grab some black for the bottom of the boots. I'm going to start with a lighter wash. Lighter, not completely light because they're black. Like that. And the trick with doing so much detail is just go really small with your brush, less water, less paint. Okay, so we have our black boots here. Now I'm going to take more of that color and just make it darker along the sides. Okay, and it's not bleeding to the center too much because I'm not using a lot of paint or water. Okay, but that's going to help give it a bit more of a 3D look. Let's do the pants, which are red. Again, starting off with a lighter wash. I'm going to leave the kneecap there. I find sometimes working so small and detailed like this actually is nice because you can go slow, you can take your time, and just really appreciate the detail. So there's our lighter wash. I'm going to get a bit more darker red and go around the sides. So you have that light part down the middle, and it just makes it look a little bit more 3D, okay? Trying to lift a little bit, and we'll do like a bit of a highlight on it after too. Okay, now let's do the arms. So I'm going to be using green for the jacket. Again, always just start out lighter and work your way darker. Like that. Okay, and then same with the bottom part here. Just make sure that any area that you're working on that's next to an area you just did is dry, because if I do this and my red is still wet, it would bleed into each other and mix, and we would have kind of like a brown bleed. So just make sure it's dry before you go in there. Again, grabbing our darker green around the sides. Like so. And then I'm going to do the hat black. Again, same kind of thing, just lighter, especially towards the center. So I don't know how many of you enjoyed nutcrackers as decorations around your house. When I was a kid, we had a tradition. My mom had a tradition where she would buy me a new nutcracker every Christmas, and I'd get it on Christmas Eve because little Emma wanted to be a ballerina and be in the nutcracker, and I would just dance around my room pretending I was Clara from the nutcracker every Christmas. And let's be honest, even when it wasn't Christmas. That was me. Pretending I was a professional dancer. Was definitely not. Okay, I'm just going to lift up some of that color. There we go. Get a little bit of that highlight. All right, and then we're going to just do a really light wash of black for the white kind of fluffy hair. Like that. It's going to be a little bit darker towards like the face. It's a bit more shadow there. Same thing with the beard. Like that. And then the feet and the little bits are going to be gold. Oh, I forgot the belt too. And then I'm actually going to take some gold paint for some of the accents on the nutcracker. Oh, I forgot this part too. I'm literally just copying the picture design. So I'm going to grab some gold. I just have these gold watercolors here. I will link below. I got them from a seller on Etsy. Gold on the knees. I'm going to do gold feet. Why not? Gold cuffs. I'm going to do gold buttons. Like that. And then before we do, is this dry? Yes, that's dry. I'm going to make the mouth red here. And then we'll do the white teeth on it after, just with some white paint. Like that. But then I'm going to take a very, very light wash of red and just do some rosy cheeks here. Like that. And then we can just let it all dry and we'll finish off doing some more of the detail. Okay, there's a couple more detailed things I forgot, like this part in the hat. Like that. And then the eyes are white. And then we can go over top of it after. They're like these, I don't even know if I should do this part. It's so tiny, it doesn't really matter, but they're like these kind of half circles. I'm gonna do the teeth. Like that. You gotta let that completely dry. Now if you want to get out your marker, or actually before we do that, we can do a little bit more of the white detail. So like a little bit of a line, just on parts, just to make them look a bit shiny. Okay. And then you can take a little marker or a pen. My favorite pens are these Pigma Micron pens. I'm just going to draw kind of like a nose. It's kind of just like that, to be honest. And then this guy has a mustache. And I am going to do over the eyes in a little bit, but I need to let that dry first. He has eyebrows. I just find it's easier to do the detail like this. If you wanted to do some detail, just kind of going over some of the lines, you can outline it if you like. Whatever feels right to you. Make it look a bit more like an illustration. Like a line and wash kind of situation. You pick how you want it to look, but also have fun with it. Okay, so I'm just waiting for those eyes to dry and then we can just finish them off. All right, and then I'm just gonna finish off by doing these circles for the eyes. My pen's refusing to work now, of course. I've used it too much. Here's my other pen. Also doesn't work that well over the white paint. So you can always just use your watercolor if you like, but that's about it. And there's our cute little Nutcracker. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you tomorrow for our next Advent calendar video. Have a great day, guys. Bye.